student at the University of Toronto. So as for one of my CS credit, I've kind of decided to approach on creating an iOS application for mindfulness. And so that is where my supervisor reached out to Barry and Mary-Jo to kind of devise or come up with this iOS app that allows for all of us to kind of, um, just take a look at Mary-Jo's content. So maybe, we could put Mary-Jo's YouTube videos into an application that allows everyone to watch it portably, or, if there's any sort of meditation sounds or anything that people use, kind of to relax themselves, whether that be commuting to work before going back to sleep, or just waking up and just, trying to feel fresh. So yeah, my pitch is basically kind of looking for 2 to 3 volunteers, especially folks who have experience working with iOS apps, to kind of just brainstorm, give a quick discussion on what do they really want to see in some of the features in the application itself. Whether that be, we would like some videos on Mary-Jo's content, or we would like a way for some sort of a communication, or yeah. So the floor is completely up to you. I obviously don't want to narrate or push or lean towards any kind of features itself. Um, so yeah, anything would be appreciated, and I think UFT is willing to give I think $100 in terms of in exchange for the amount of time that you guys are willing to spend with us outside of this meeting. And I can even just send out, if that's okay, I can just send out a quick Google survey as well. So, this is just a quick and easy, everyone should be able to answer this within a couple of minutes. And it really helps get the ball rolling in terms of just, anything we can get to get started. So I've rambled quite a bit, but if anyone has any questions, I guess, or any sort of hesitation, just do let me know.
Great. And Rahul is working with Sonia, who's part of the University of Toronto team, and CS is computer science. So that's where he's addressing his research right now. And one of the neat things that we were brainstorming the other day, and of course, there's lots of great ways that we could approach this. We could have different rooms that are part of the app that you would go into, and one room might be the serenity room, or one room might be the nature room. One room might be, water sounds and the ocean. So it could be, many different ways that we could approach this. But I love the idea of different settings and using sounds from nature, or different, chimes and different ways to help the brain to come to a place of stillness, which is really what we're doing in mindfulness. So thanks, Rahul. And if you have any questions, anybody, now's the time to fire them out there. And Rahul, you said that you'd send out the survey to this group?
Yeah, so I've actually attached it in the Zoom chat. If anyone,
Oh, great.
If anyone wants to take a look at it. And in the case if you are interested, I've also linked the email to just reach out to us, so we can, officially just discuss this outside of the Zoom meeting. But yeah, we obviously don't want to rush the entire process and, really kind of just fumble our way through. We really want a nice structured list of features, so that even if we don't complete it within our timeline, we can at least create a really good wireframe in the sense, a really good design or structure of the app itself, so that, whoever comes on board next, we have already done the major part of designing the app. Now we can just, pass the baton around, and we can keep going until we have reached the final evolution. So do give it a thought. I've linked the form, which anyone can do, and I really appreciate that. And if you do want to continue our discussions, and, if you have any ideas that you would like to pitch out to us, I've also linked the email to reach out to us with. And then, we can obviously talk outside of the standard meeting, and we can definitely get the ball rolling. So yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you so much, Mary-Jo, for giving the opportunity.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And one more thing, Rahul, I was just wondering, just the reasoning behind an app is really kind of I don't know, might be obvious to younger people, but for those of us that might not know, an app makes this kind of content a little bit more available to you whenever and wherever you want, because an app is not like YouTube where you have to be just having YouTube open and just watching that particular, having that one particular screen open. You can download things in your app, and then that way you could have just a dedicated, your perfect little piece that you love. You can bookmark and save it in the app, and you could have even a playlist probably in the app, you know, if we get really sophisticated. So it just offers you a lot more ways to use your mindfulness practice in the times when you really want it most. So thanks,
Yeah,
Rahul. Oh,
yeah,
I
for
see
sure.
Sonia. Yeah, go ahead, Rahul.
Yeah, and you know, the one really key thing is that with YouTube, in the case if it is a phone app, etc., in the case where if you want to switch out of it, you will have to get YouTube Premium in order for the content to be still playing in the background. So, you know, it'd be really great if it could embed our content into our app, where in the case where, you know, you're going on a walk or something, you don't want your phone to be on you 24/7 just running away. If you do want to listen to the voice packs or anything in that sort, then you can simply close your phone, saves your battery, saves everything, and you can still listen to the content. So we're definitely trying to reach out and just kind of have different approaches. But yeah, so I've already seen a couple of people either directly messaging me or telling me right now. I mean, telling me in
Great.
the group chat. So yeah, thank you so much for doing the survey for whoever can contribute. Once again, if you do want to just reach out and just confirm, I've linked the email once again, just to reach out to us, and I will just quickly uh, add the Google form once again. And yeah, thank you so much for your time.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
It's a great initiative. I'm really happy to support it, and I feel like all of us will be too. So yeah.
Yeah. I do see Kim has raised his hand, so if you have any questions
Kim.
for me, sure.
Yeah.
Is it
any questions?
Sorry, Rajini?
Rahul.
Rahul.
Okay, Rahul. Okay.
Rahula.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I'm really excited. Thank you for inviting. Thank you for coming here and being invited to come here. Just so everyone knows, I went to click on the chat, the survey for later, and it only took me like 1 minute to do it. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah, and it's quite visual. We obviously don't want to bombard with too many words, etc. So yeah, we just wanted to be as direct as possible. And
yeah,
perfect.
And of course, it's all going to be accessible and very, very user friendly and inclusive for our population. So that's another really neat thing.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to aim for the ease of use for the app as well. You know, if you're not tech savvy, if you're tech savvy, it really doesn't matter. Like it should be, we're trying to make it really dumbed down that, you know, we hit the purpose of the app. We make sure everyone feels welcome. There is no kind of like, oh, I need to learn this or I need to learn that. Just once you download it, you're good to go. So yeah,
No
I think I will stop pitching my ideas now. So yeah, if anyone has any last minute questions, do let me know, or else I'll hand it over to Mary-Jo.
I do have a last minute question. Is it iOS only for Android?
Great question.
So far we're directing towards iOS. Once we have the iOS built out, it should be quite simple to convert it to Android. It might be out of the scope of my term, but it's definitely doable. And yeah, and I've also got the supervisor that I'm working with in the call itself, Professor Sonia. So, you know, she'll be definitely there to, I guess, reach out when it's past my term if there's any sort of questions. But yeah, so far we're targeting to iOS only because the team that I'm working with has much more experience with iOS. And so we just want to make sure we get the one product nailed down, and then switching over to Android should be fairly straightforward.
Great, thank you.
No worries.
Good question. All right, Sonia, did you have anything you wanted to add before we wrap it up?
Not really. It's nice to see you guys.
Yeah, you too. We miss you here.
Yeah. And I guess thanks, honestly, just thanks, because it's a nice opportunity for like the students here to learn about, like working with people and really thinking broadly about, making things that are helpful and usable. So thanks. Thanks for helping.
And accessible. Yeah, so cool. I'm so glad they're here. All right, so we're going to move into our mindfulness on Mental Health Wednesday. So all across Canada, we're acknowledging that mental health is a real thing, that it's an important attribute of our health. So we think of our physical health and whatnot, and our intellectual health, perhaps, and we also want to consider our mental health. Of course, I would add in our spiritual health, because I think body, mind, and spirit are very much all part of the same continuum. And as it's Mental Health Week, I thought I would start off with a quote from one of the sort of the eminent North American yogis, Paramahansa Yogananda. And if nobody's ever had the opportunity to read The Autobiography of a Yogi, that's a great book, as a kind of a lovely introduction to how and what yoga is all about. Anyways, the quote goes as such: "To be controlled by moods is to be a part of matter. If you keep your mind on the resolve never to lose your peace, then you can attain peace. Keep a secret chamber of silence within yourself, where you will not let moods, trials, battles, or inharmony enter. Keep out all hatred, revengefulness, and desires. In this chamber of peace, here, Spirit and Creator will visit you, and you can tap into your own eternal knowingness." So with that, we'll enter into our special place of really, I think, exercising our own mental health muscle by doing mindfulness. So bravo on you today for that. And let's begin just by allowing ourselves to move into the most comfortable position we can find for this moment. And we'll just begin with a couple shoulder shrugs, and just to relax the upper body, the head, neck, and the shoulders. So when you shrug up towards the ears, then roll them back, tip the head forward, chin drops slightly, and then you come up and you kind of repeat that. Chin drops down as the shoulders come around, chin comes up slightly as the shoulders go up, and then you let it go down and around. It's kind of like pat. Good. And Barry, if you want to mute everybody else, that would be great. So a little bit of rolling there. And then coming into stillness, allowing yourself to find your place of ease.
Can't hear you, Mary-Jo.
I couldn't
Thank
hear you. Sorry.
Okay. So allow yourself to come into that place where you are in occupation, presence of the space behind your eyes, and just noting the difference as you closed your eyes and you moved into this quiet, more inward place, noting the difference between the outer world and here, and then allowing yourself to take in your breath in a big, beautiful, full, rich breath, and empty it out in a nice sigh. And again, in with a full, rich breath, and exhale completely, allowing the breath to move out of the mouth at first, and then starting to constrict the back of the throat to feel the AH sound. Just like you're letting air out of a tire or out of a balloon, moving into relaxation, into pause, and then the last full rich breath as you consciously shape your breath, inhaling big. And then allowing yourself to move into your normal breathing rhythm. However, still conscious of your breath and beginning to feel the effortlessness of your breath, of your breathing. Beginning to allow yourself to follow the movement of your breath. So noting as the breath comes through the nasal passage, down back at the back of the throat, into the lungs, and perhaps even feeling it in your belly, filling the belly. And then exhaling, the belly empties, the chest empties, and the breath moves out. So really track that movement for a moment, paying special attention to how the movement feels, to the body sensations, to your own awareness of what that is for you. Perhaps you notice expansion on the inhale. Perhaps you feel a slight sense of letting go on the exhale, of deepening. And of even surrendering some of the personality on your face, just letting the personhood relax, the need to be, different roles and identities that we assume, and just really moving into just being sensation, awareness, movement. Allowing yourself to now, using that very beautiful awareness that we've been gifted to perceive and to see and to notice all of the different movements, be it thoughts, be it feelings, sensations, and keep your presence, keep your beautiful center of awareness in the middle of the movement, in the middle of all that is. So like a still, glassy lake, all of the trees on the shore, the sky, the moving clouds, all are reflected in your still mind. And that you keep this body of water, this presence, all the while having this sense of compassion and almost like grandparently care and concern of just staying attuned and attending Keeping the sense that as you attend, you can continually invite more presence by just allowing all of the sensations that are to be acknowledged, without any opinion. Just like a scientist. Excuse me. Anytime the mind wanders off, gently bringing it back with the anchor of your breath, with the weight of your body. With the sounds of the moment. And when any desires or urges come up to move or to think about the list or the doing, just gently, and then coming back just to this moment. For right now, there's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. Except right here, 100% available for yourself. As thoughts arise, which they will, just treating them like little waves on the surface of that clear, glassy lake. Just like the wind may bring up something always changing the wind, nature, and the mind, and simply observe the moving waves, the fluctuating waves of perception from this deep place under the water, just like you're looking up, noticing without judgment. And as we begin to wind our way back toward the outer world, allowing yourself to just visit again the face, feeling the face muscles relax, and even releasing any expression or any holding. Allow the inner cheeks to soften and the tissue on the inside of the mouth to just be in a gentle grin, releasing the back of the throat, the upper palate, the back of the tongue. And find that gentle space on the outer corners of your eyes and release it, relaxing into the center of the brow as well. And then letting the whole forehead release backward toward the skull, and letting the brain even rest just a little bit away from the skull, retracting, releasing. And then feeling that beautiful, peaceful face and that gentle countenance, remembering the shape of your body, remembering where you are in the room, and even imagining or visualizing what your room looks like outside of the space that you occupy behind your closed eyes. And then when you're ready, bowing your head to your own beautiful mind and well-being with gratitude, you can gently come back into the room. So I'm excited about this idea of an app, and I'm hoping that some of you will be too. And if you need any help, either locating those links or figuring out where to go with those, please reach out. We are happy to help you with that. And if you have any questions or comments, we can open up the floor and say hello. I love what we do in one of my classes. We always have this at the end of our class. She unmutes everybody, and we all give a ruckus goodbye, and it always sounds really nice when everybody's like, "Bye." Thanks, Nicole. See you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, Kim.
Nicole.
All right. Well, goodbye, everybody. Everybody can say goodbye, and we'll
Thank
see you
you.
all.
See all of you.
Happy Mental Health Day. And I know there's a couple things in the chat, so goodbye. Don't forget to grab stuff in the chat if you need to. I'm saying that as I, but I'm sure Barry will send them to me. Barry, will you send me those links?
Thank
Would you
you.
mind? Thank
yes,
you.
I will. Just for those individuals who are interested in the app development project, please email us at our email at SCI&U@utoronto.ca. And if you do get a chance to fill out that little quick form that Rahul sent us the link there, that would be amazing. Otherwise, we will see everyone in 2 weeks. And thank you for joining us today. And thank you to Mary-Jo.
Thank you, Barry, for hosting.
Thank
And
you.
nice to see you, Sonia. And nice to see all of you. So great to see you. So be well and take good care and of your precious hearts. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
You as well. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye. Take
Thank you.
care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Cynthia. Nice to see all of you.
Je l'ai attrapé, j'ai mis 2 baffes dans la gueule. Il a pété. J'ai entendu faire prout. C'est-à-dire qu'il faisait quand il a la trouille.